everyone, it's Tawney. It has been quite a while since I filmed a video. I've gotten a little lax on my filming schedule and trying to figure out what videos to film. I got my nails done. I really like them. They're a little sloppy, but they're not bad. I wanted to do a Valentine's Day thing, and also the heart kind of looks like Powerpuff Girls' heart. So I'm like really excited about that. I feel like really like there's this TikTok going around where it's like I feel like a whole different person when I have nails, and like I now have an attitude. That is literally me. Like I feel like I got new bedding for my bed, if you haven't noticed in the background. Wanted something different because I've never liked the bedding that I had before this. When my ex like abruptly left, I was like, I don't want to sleep on the same like sheets that he did. Like clearly should have been a sign that like this is not working out. So I went to Walmart and picked up some new bedding, but I didn't like the way it looked. So I just dealt with it because like it's pink, it's pretty, it's okay, but not great. So then finally I was just like, I'm going to get new bedding. I'm just like in the mood to do it. I had some time to kill while I was at Walmart. I was like, I'll buy some new bedding. And it's really nice and I really like it. And my boyfriend likes it. So that's kind of a nice thing. He was going to have to deal with it because I bought it and I'm not returning it. So this is my new bedding. Yeah, that's about it. So in today's video, all of those positives, we're going to switch them into negatives and talk about a bunch of items that I am not going to purchase. Now, a lot of my anti-hauls, I talk about like, am I going to buy it? Am I not going to buy it? I think it's dumb. Oh, I think it's pretty, but I'm not actually like, I don't actually buy a lot of stuff. I'm trying to not buy as much makeup because I'm trying to not spend as much of my money. Like, even if I could afford to get some makeup, I'm trying to really not like overdo it on makeup. And I don't feel like I've ever really had like that bad a problem with buying. I don't feel like I buy as much as like some YouTubers do, which isn't a problem if you have the money. It's a problem when you don't have the money like me. So I'm really trying to like work on that, and like I'll buy from the drugstore, but not as much like luxury and expensive items, which I barely buy luxury anyway. It's just if it's on sale, like enough that I can afford it. So a lot of this is just going to be, do I like it or not? Some things I might actually pick up. It just kind of depends on how bad I actually like them, because I'll say like, oh my gosh, this is the prettiest thing ever, but then never actually get it. So it just all depends. We're going to get right into it. First thing up is the Morphe brushes and Nyan collection. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It is the Fierce Fairy Tale collection. It includes an eyeshadow palette, a 6-piece color pencil set, lipstick trio, and a 6-piece eye brush set and bag. The eyeshadow palette's $30, and I have to say, from what I'm seeing in the picture, it is really pretty. Like, it's giving me ColourPop vibes, but just a smidge, just because of the colors. But, like, I really like it, but I feel like it's not going to look good because it's Morphe. And I'm just, like, I've seen so many palettes recently come out from Morphe that are so dull and lackluster that whenever I see color, I'm like, is it going to work? Is it just going to be dusty? Is it, like, even going to show up? Like, I'm just worried that it's not going to, like, it's going to look different from the pan than on your eye or in a swatch or anything. But I feel like the collection's really pretty, and I think the girl within this collection, I believe she has been promoted on ColourPop's page a good bit. She looks really familiar. I feel like this is a good, like, good for her, and I hope it works for her, but I'm not going to purchase it. But if I see it at Ulta, I'm going to like, oh, look, there it is. Like, Morphe is one of those brands I don't support anymore, so I like refuse to buy anything from them. So I'm just gonna have to like look from afar and like, oh, it's pretty, but let's find a dupe that I actually like. Next up is the Rise Lifting and Lengthening Mascara from Milk Makeup. It's $28 and it says /14, so I guess like the smaller tube is 14 and then the normal size is 28, which is about average for like any kind of mascara you usually get at Sephora. I really like this actually, and it kind of makes me want to get it. Like the picture on like the far side where it shows, I don't know like which way it's going to show up, you know, whenever I post the video, but where it's like held up in the light, like, ooh, it's pretty. It kind of makes me want to get it. Don't know if it actually be good or not. The wand looks okay. I prefer a wand that looks more like an hourglass shape, and this one has a little bit more curve to it, but it still has that fullness that I feel like could like really voluminize my eyelashes, because I want the volume. I don't really need a lift. Like my eyelashes are fine. So I feel like I might try it, but mascara is one of those things. I'd rather just buy stuff from the drugstore than like spend my money on it. I'm not quite sure why I'm like that, but so next up is a collection I was actually considering getting until I saw who it was a collaboration with. It is the Hershey Kisses and Glam Light collection, and there are 5 different palettes, $18 each, which isn't bad. You get 6, I had to count them. You get 6 shadows in each palette, and I really like the way these look. I really like the one that's like, I guess it's like the plain Hershey Kisses. It's more silver. It kind of is like a mix between purple and brown, but it's not the purple or brown palettes, if that makes sense. I feel like they all look really pretty, but my problem, like, I've used the Michaela and Glamlight palette. That's the only one I have from Glamlight, and I like the formula okay. Like, I don't think it's my favorite, and I would not buy it again if I had the choice, because A, I'm not a Michaela fan, just because I'm not really, like, into TikTok, so I don't follow her. And the, like, formula is not as good as I was expecting. And I've heard other people here on YouTube say that as well. So it kind of makes me hesitant to try anything else from them, because I feel like I'm just not going to like it. And I think it's more of a personal not going to like it, not so much like it's just not good. So I think, like, if you do like Glamlight, I would suggest this if, you know, you like Hershey Kisses. But for me, I'm just going to have to pass, because I just don't like their formula. Next up is the Power Shadow Palettes collection from Makeup Revolution. For $10 each, you can get 5 different palettes. There's a 90s Babies, Ready, Set, Go, Dollar Bills, Manifest Boo, and Bougie AF. And I really like the yellow plaid one. I feel like that's a really cool color story. I mean, it's very basic and brown, and you could do a lot of, like, nice neutral looks with it, which is what I always gravitate toward anyway. I feel like that's the one I'd pick up, but at the same time, I'm not totally sure, because I don't like Makeup Revolution's formula for eyeshadows. So I'm on the fence, but I feel like it kind of is cool. The rest of them, I'm not real, like, wowed by the power, like the color stories in them. I like the one that I think is Ready, Set, Go with the checker print. I think that color story is actually kind of interesting, but the rest of them just don't really speak to me in a way that I feel like I could use them properly. Like, I would need extra palettes to help me, like, make something, and maybe the point of these is to, like, get a couple different palettes or something. I don't know, but I'm just not a big fan, you know. Like, it's the brown one's the only one I'd actually get. Kosas is coming out with a new foundation. It is the Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. Has an SPF of 25. It looks like there's 36 shades, and it's $42, which isn't bad. I feel like that's a little expensive. Like, that's a little too expensive for me to buy, but I feel like it's not horrible. I'm not really sure. Like, it's about average for, like, your typical Sephora and high-end Ulta products. So I guess it's on par with everything else, but to me, it's a little too expensive. I like the color, like the range of colors, the range of shades. It's been a while since I've talked about makeup, so I have to remember the words I'm supposed to say and what they mean and everything. I'm a little on the fence about the deeper shades, because I feel like there's a lot of medium, and then it, like, bounces to a deep dark, and that kind of, like, is it. Like, I feel like it could have been more diverse, especially because the first arm looks like exactly the same. Like, I can barely make out any of the color shades on the arm, and they all kind of just look identical to me. So I feel like you could have done away with, like, half of those and focused more of your energy on some of the deeper shades. So next up, we're going to talk about Fenty Beauty, and they have the Fenty Icon Semi-Matte Refillable Lipstick. I believe this is, like, a new thing that they have refillable lipsticks. I believe she's had the lipsticks out before, but I'm not sure. I don't keep up with, like, a whole lot of lip products out in the world, because they're just not my favorite thing to, like, put on and wear. It looks like there's 10 different shades, $20 each, which isn't bad. And then the case is $12. Okay, I didn't understand what that means, but it's $12. I feel like the shades are really pretty. They're very nice neutral colors, and I feel like there's a range from, like, you could use it if you have lighter skin tone to having deeper skin tone. So I think that's really cool. I feel like this would be a really interesting thing to try out and, like, be able to get refillables, because sometimes people find, like, the one lipstick that they like and the one shade that they like, so they just want to keep buying it. So then this way it's a little bit, like, better for the environment to just refill it. And then that way they're not, like, constantly buying new products. They're just buying the new, like, little insert thing. So I think that's cool. So LYS Beauty, or Liss Beauty, I don't really know how to pronounce it. They came out with a new concealer. It is the Triple Fix Brightening Concealer, and it is $18. It looks like it has a lot of really nice chemical things in it. It has hyaluronic acid, turmeric, and an Indian ginseng. Don't really know what that is or does, but hey, People promote it, so it must be good. It looks like it's going to be a really nice concealer. I feel like the shades are really cool toned, which could turn some people off because some people need that warmer undertone to help like balance out some color under their eyes. I personally go towards stuff that's more pink toned, but that's just me. That's just what I like. But yeah, I feel like this could be a really good concealer, and I'd like to see some reviews on it to see if it's any good or not, because I probably won't be picking that up. But I feel like it's still like an interesting thing, and it's something new, especially from a new brand too, because they've just come out recently. We have another Makeup Revolution collection, and it is with DC. It is inspired by Gotham City's dangerously charming duos, the Joker and Harley Quinn, Batman and Catwoman. Gag. You can get the full sets for about $30 each. They have lip kits, eyeshadow palettes, highlighter quads, cream blush quad, eyeshadow palette, and lipstick, and all of that jazz. I feel like these palettes, and this might be an unpopular opinion, this might be something you're thinking, I feel like this could be spread across a lot of different brands. I feel like because Makeup Revolution is a brand that pushes out stuff so fast that this could possibly be true. I feel like they gathered a bunch of shadows and a bunch of colors, plopped them in a palette, and said, here, what can we put a picture on? What kind of collection can we throw this with? And they said, here you go, DC, that's great. These colors look nothing. Like, I don't feel like these colors work for any of this. And I'm not a DC fan. I'm not a Batman fan. I don't like Harley Quinn and the Joker. Suicide Squad is not a movie I ever plan to watch. Like, it is just not my thing. I'm more of a Marvel person, if you ask me. So I can't actually like speak to if it's like true or not, but to me, when you look at the outer packaging of the collection, why is this rainbow palette there? Why does it exist? I don't understand. Like, it doesn't seem like it makes sense. And like, make it make sense to me, people in the comment section or Makeup Revolution, whoever. I need an explanation because I'm not getting it. Unless I'm stupid, I'm not getting this. And I just think like it's a bunch of just thrown stuff together and like, here's a collection. And like, I feel like we've seen this palette before in like springtime. There was like a butterfly thing or a spring thing. I feel like this has been out before. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm right. I really want to know. I am not interested in this in the slightest. I've already voiced my opinion on how I feel about Makeup Revolution, so I'm not buying this. Next up, something I might actually pick up legitly is the Urban Decay Wild Greens collection. They have the eyeshadow palette for $44 and a new mascara for $25. I'm not going to pick up the mascara because I bought an Urban Decay mascara before and didn't really care for it. I've never really heard good things about their mascaras. I just feel like they're like okay, but not great. But this palette actually looks really pretty. And I'm not a green person at all, but I feel like I would try to make it work. Plus, I feel like a lot of the neutrals and pinks look really nice in this, that I could make it work and then still be able to have like the greens for whenever I want them, like St. Patrick's Day or spring or some kind of green look that I want to do. So I might be picking this palette up. We'll see about that. And I like it because it is not a naked palette. They didn't do a naked wild greens thing. It's just wild greens. And I like that because it differentiates this like collection from the naked line, because people are so sick and tired of the naked line. I mean, we are just so done with it. We have been done with it since like Cherry. I mean, and Cherry was like, not what, 4 or 5? Like, my gosh. And we're up to like 9. Like, I swear we're up to 9. It has to be. So I'm really glad they did something different, and I'm like actually happy for them. And I hope this collection really does well, because like they took the steps to differentiate and like do something different. So I feel like they need to be rewarded for that, because that's only fair. You know what I mean? Like, if they're putting forth the effort, we should at least like be grateful for that. It Cosmetics came out with the new Heavenly Luxe Love is the Foundation Heart Brush. It's a new one, and I'm kind of annoyed because I have been trying to get this freaking brush for the last like 4 years now, like 3 or 4 years. I'm not even kidding you. Since Kathleen Lights has been bragging about this, since Raw Beauty Chrissy has been bragging about this, since everyone here on YouTube has been saying that this is the best foundation brush that they've ever used in their lives, I've been like, I have to have this. I personally have to buy this. So I tried to get it one point and I got the wrong brush. Like, they sent me something different or it wasn't the right brush, so I returned it. Then I ordered one off of like eBay or some weird website, and it was like this big. So I sold it on Poshmark, and I was just like, you know what, whatever. Here's your gimmicky thing. If you want it, you take it. And somebody bought it. So I have not had good luck trying to get this freaking brush. And then any other time I tried to get it, sold out. So honestly, I just think I'm not like meant to have this brush, and I think it's a sign. So I'm just going to take it and not even like, I like it. I wish it were pink. I'm more of a pink person than a red person, but it's not ugly. But if you want to get it, try it. Let me know if it's any good. I'd like to see if it's any different. I'm just really bummed that like they won't release the OG brush that everybody brags about. People would buy more of them to stock up, but they won't listen to us. So this is, whatever. Fenty Beauty is coming out with a new gloss bomb in the shade Lavender Savage. And I have to say, this is a really cute shade. I don't know how it would look. I don't know how you could wear it with other things. But oh my gosh. Looking at this color, I am like in love right now. Like it is like the prettiest thing ever. I feel like I want it just to have it sitting on my little stand here. I just want to have it sitting beside me. I just want to look at it. I don't even care if I wear it or not. It's just so pretty. I think if it comes out in like a mini or in like a kit or something, I might pick it up because like I really like it. It's really pretty. Kylie Cosmetics is coming out with her Valentine's Day collection. I'm not interested in Kylie Cosmetics. They're another brand like Morphe that I just like. It's not that I won't support them. I just don't want to support her. So that's kind of why I'm not going to be picking anything up. There's a bunch of like lip products and cheek products and a new eyeshadow palette. And it's a really pretty palette. I just feel like we've seen these colors before from her. So I feel like she's another brand that like is just reusing shades just to come out with collections. And it's like, are you doing anything to be creative? Because all you're doing is just coming out with Valentine's Day, your birthday, 4th of July, your kid's birthday, your other kid's birthday, your sister's birthday, your grandma's birthday, your dog's birthday. Like, we get it. Like, there's just some brands that are so like, and I don't want to say she's self-absorbed. She could be. I don't know. She's her brand. And I feel like that's like what separates her from some other brands. But some people are just so far up their own butts that they just won't give it up. It's like, we get it. You're Kylie. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, get over it. Like, I'm just like, I don't even know. Laneige is coming out with a chocolate lip sleeping mask. And I have to have this. It is $22 for a lip mask. And you bet your butt I'm going to pick it up when I go to Sephora next time. I am obsessed with anything scented chocolate. Like, I don't care if it's gross. I don't care if it's not popular around here on YouTube, like makeup wise. I'm picking it up and I'm loving it. Like, I have the Too Faced chocolate bronzer and I like use it from time to time just to smell it because I like it. And I'm like, I like the smell of chocolate and stuff. That's like, I'm not typically like a scent person in any kind of cosmetic thing, but chocolate, that gets me every time. I might be picking this up. So the KVD Vegan Beauty Kindness, Compassion, whatever, they're coming out with a new Good Apple Lightweight Full Coverage Concealer. It's going to be $28 and there are 32 shades. I am actually impressed with the shade range. I feel like there's a good bit of shades. There's like a light section, a light to medium, a medium to dark, I think, and then like a deep dark. And I feel like there's enough enough colors that people can really like try and figure out what their shade is. They like can make it work for them. Like, I'd be interested to see it work on like super light, super dark, like just to try and see how well these actually look. But I'm actually kind of intrigued and I think I might be picking one of these up if I see it, if I'm interested, because $28 isn't too bad for makeup. I'm finding like the more I buy makeup, the more I realize like the pricing and stuff. And I feel like $28 not horrible, especially for a concealer. So I feel like I might be picking this up because I actually kind of like it. Beauty Bay. Yes, Beauty Bay is coming out with the Love Notes palette. It is $18 and has 20 shadows. When I first saw this, now I've been looking into Beauty Bay a lot more recently because I keep seeing palettes being posted from a lot of my like UK, like people I follow on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm like really interested. Like, a lot of them look really pretty. So I was like, let me go on their website, see if there's anything that like is catching my eye that I might want to get at some point. And a lot of their palettes are very pretty. They have a lot of colors to them. They're very bright. And that kind of gravitates, like, it catches my eye. Even though those palettes aren't things I'd actually use. This palette, on the other hand, all the colors look so muted that I'm just worried it's just going to be, like, dusty and like it's just gonna like wash out and just not show up on your face, and like anyone with a deeper skin tone is just gonna look kind of gray on them. And I'm just not impressed with it. It just looks so boring to me. Maybe in person it looks different. Maybe it actually applies well in the eyes. I've seen a lot of like ads for it, and the people, like the models, look good, but that doesn't mean anything. They could use a different palette and be like, hey, this is our palette, but it's not, and it doesn't apply the same way that it did to the model's eye. You know what I mean? Like, they can fake it, you know? So I'm just like a little, I just wish it were a little bit, you know, more pigmented, because then I feel like actually, like, then at that point it would work. Another brand that I wish would make their palettes more pigmented is Morphe. They're coming out with the 9Y Be Mine palette, the Heart Candy Artistry palette. It says Be Mine on the front, which that's not what you're going to call the palette. Don't put it on the front. That's my biggest gripe when it comes to makeup, like one of them, is that you put words on a palette, but you're not going to call a palette the words that are on the palette. Then I get confused. What's the actual name of the palette? This palette looks like a knockoff of a ColourPop palette. Like, ColourPop did the good one, and Morphe did like the cheap knockoff that they're going to charge like $10 less, that costs them like 5 cents to get off of like some random website, the AliExpress website. I had to think of what it was called. It just, the two pink colors in the middle on the far right actually look decent, but the rest of the palette is just so boring looking. It just doesn't do anything for me. And it's like, Morphe, give us some color, give us some pigment. I'm not, it's just not doing anything for me. Like, what? It's just not, no. All right, last up. Oscar Mayer is teaming up with Sayo Mamas. Don't quote me, I don't know how to say that. It is the Bologna Hydrogel Sheet Face Mask for $4.99. Nothing says I love you like a slice of self-care. That's what Trendmood posted on their page. I thought that was kind of funny. I wanted to include that. I have seen people try this out, and they said it smells weird, and it doesn't stay on the face. That's a sheet mask for you. They don't stay on the face. Like, I've never had luck with them. I think it's kind of a gimmick. I think it's kind of dumb. If you want to spend $5 on it, you go right ahead. You're not going to be wasting much money, but $5 can get you somewhere. Like, you know, I'm personally not going to get this because I never liked Oscar Mayer bologna. I'm not a bologna person. I'm a ham person. So come out with some ham and there we go. But I am not buying this. I'd love to know if you guys have picked this up and what your thoughts are, because it's really funny to look at. So it, like, it's just funny. The thought of it's just funny. I don't know. Yeah, so that is all we have for this video. I hope you guys liked it and the products we talked about. I tried to pick some stuff that was pretty interesting. There's been a little bit of skincare, but I don't really buy skincare, so it's not something that, like, I don't get excited over anything skincare, honestly. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about in a future video, any video ideas referring to makeup, if there's any kind of anti-haul products you want me to talk about and give my opinion on. I'd love to share that with you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my next video. Stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys then. Bye!